the story of how I met Christopher Lee Schnepp. I am Amber Lee Heslaw and will be Schnepp in about 6 weeks. And I'm going to tell you the story of how I met the love of my soul. It all started in March of 2012. And that was when my friend Jackie was like, hey, you want to go to the bar? And I was like, no, but for you I will. So, go to the bar. She wants a refill on her drink, right? Okay. So we are approaching the bar. There was like this sexy guy. He was like right there. He's so hot. Turns around. My future husband, right there.
The moon was high. The sea was angry. She came into the bar that I was working at. I was bartending this place called 191 South, and every Thursday night we would have DJs and so on come in. She came in, in her little prim and proper outfit, a little string of pearls, looking like a school librarian, except, not. And which made it all the funnier when, because, let's just say there's, a Blackhawks game on. I defy anyone to sit next to her during a Hawks game and not just stop and go at the utter stream of obscenities that potentially will come out of her mouth. It will make a sailor on shore leave blush. Like a bishop will kick in a stained glass window. That's how bad it will get.
We called him Buttercup for the first couple weeks until I actually knew his name. We called him Buttercup. And he was just so cute. And I was like, oh my god, Jackie, he is so hot. But I'm not gonna make a move. No. Just gonna keep it nice and cool, because that's the way I do it, right?
She would write down little truth or dare things, put them on napkins, and then we would go around, and every time I would make a lap, we would stop and and play.
I would have him do a dare of putting napkins in his pants and having to walk around the bar for 2 minutes, Or it was for him to get close to me, and it would be a dare of read my palm, and he'd have to hold my hand, and I'm like, oh, I'm never gonna wash this hand again,
It was fun. She was being cute, and I thought that it was kind of refreshing.
So, find out, that he works the following week. I'm gonna become a stalker, and I'm gonna be there, right? So, I go back to the bar, and we kind of have a little bit of a conversation. Things are flowing. I'm like, okay, you're cute. Then I go back the following Thursday, right? Now we're a couple weeks in, and I'm considering this a date. Okay, we're dating now.
No.
I'm gonna give this guy my number. I'm ready. I've had a couple of really good drinks in me, okay? I can do this. I can make the first move. I can do it.
So one day, that song by Carly Rae Jepsen came on.
Hey, I just met you.
And this is crazy.
Here's my number, so call me, baby.
And all of a sudden, she grabs a little napkin like this one, and she just kind of, slidles it around the bar at me.
And it was like a movie, man. As soon as those words came on the radio, or because technically the stereo, because we're in a bar, that's when I'm like, hey, Chris! And he turns around, and I hand him the napkin.
Grabs a little napkin like this one, and she just kind of, slidles it around the bar at me.
And I'm so sly, and I'm winking. I wink.
And I notice it out of my periph.
And I'm like, hey!
And she says, oh, okay, what's this?
Do this. Call me, right?
And on it is written, hey, I just met you, this is crazy, but here's my number. And then she's like, hey, look, here's my actual phone number.
He put the napkin in his pants, and then gave me a wink back and a point.
Which did me very little good at the time.
Here's why. I go back a couple days later, and that's when I find out, I'm telling this one other bar goer, yeah, I gave Chris my number to Carly Rae Jepsen's, oh, it's so weird and stupid, and I do those things. She tells me
I was dating somebody.
Dude! Ouch! Knife in the heart. You are the worst human being I've ever met.
I'm not proud of this fact.
So, I tell him, hey, found out you got a girlfriend. Kinda think you're a tool, but whatevs,
I have to, so in the beginning, you don't I didn't let her know I was dating somebody. I didn't chase after her. I didn't do anything like that.
And so that's when he's like, oh, I get numbers all the time. Yeah, I got a girlfriend. And I'm like...
I just didn't say, oh, I'm dating somebody, because it's the golden rule. If you work in a bar, you don't say that you're dating somebody. You just kind of let people believe that you're single. So in the meantime, I did the old, like, oh, this is your phone number. That's very interesting. Thank you.
You broke my heart, sir. You broke my heart. He's got this girlfriend. I'm still gonna go there, and I'm still gonna play truth or dare with him.
I would be like, hey, this is awesome, because this girl's she's cute, and she's funny, and she seems to get my sense of humor, and everything's all happy and schmappy and hunky-dory.
I need to know that I might have a chance, okay? I might have a chance.
It was just like, but I kept thinking to myself, dag nabbit, I hate the fact that I have this girlfriend.
So, I figured it out. I'm like, I'm gonna make him, not that I want him to break up with the girl, but I want him to know that he's missing out on something really great here, okay?
So she would stop in, she would bring her friends, she would make up some excuses, and I would see her every week.
So time is going. I'm there every single Thursday. I'm playing my truth or dare. Trying to just do anything to get him to talk to me.
After a certain amount of time, number of months, she got this new job offer. She was moving to Galena.
That's like a 3-hour drive from where I'm at. And I'm like, just so you know, I'm moving 3 hours away. And I'm like, giving you a shot here. Are you gonna keep dating this girl, or is it gonna be me? Are you choosing me? Choose me, choose me. He didn't choose me. He's like, I wish that could have happened, but it won't. We're gonna keep it going. Keep this party flowing.
She would still come back into town on weekends. She'd still do her thing, which is fun, and she was trying to do it.
So, I moved to Galena, a single lady, okay? And that's when I'm like, well, I kind of want to BF, I kind of want to date somebody, so I started to like meet somebody and date him, and he's still from, the Oak Park area. So I still come back every single weekend. He's not a bar goer, so I'm like, I'm still thinking about Chris, and I can't get back to the bar. So that's when, anytime that guy didn't want to hang out, I'm like, I'm gonna go to the bar and see if Chris is working. So, throughout that span of 9 months, I would see him just a little bit here and there. And every time I would see him, he would run out from behind the bar, and he would give me a hug, and I'm like, oh my God, why aren't you with me? But what else? So, I did tell him, I'm like, hey, just so you know, I got a boyfriend.
And then I started getting jealous, and I'm like, wait, I can't be jealous because I have a girlfriend, she has a boyfriend, blah, 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 blah. And thank you. So she left my life entirely. Why? I didn't see her for a while, and then, she would come in, and I'd hear, other bartenders would say, hey, there was this little chick in here looking for you, and I would say, really? Did you catch her name? And they'd be like, no.
I'm like, hey, best friend Kirby, come to the bar with me and just meet this guy that I kind of have a crush on, even though I'm dating somebody else. Just come with me. It was a $20 cover. It was something asinine. Maybe it wasn't $20, but it was something crazy stupid. And so I felt so bad about it. I paid for us both to get in there. Guess what? It's not even there. It's not even working. That's when I realized, okay, well, things are good, but, I kind of I'm going to keep dating this guy. So, this whole time I'm still working at the school. Okay, boom, school's over, and we can, I'm coming back home, all right? Me and the guy, kind of on the outs, but still technically together, but he's gone for a bit. Okay, so finally, October 9th, 2014. No, 2013. So, I go there, and I'm like, oh man, the Blackhawks are playing. Me and this, my friend, we're just gonna go watch the Blackhawks at the bar.
It was my birthday. I always work on my birthday. Don't know why. So she pops out in there, and I'm like,
oh, he turns around. Just like that. And that is when I realize, holy cow, he remembers me.
And I immediately forget everything, because at this point, I had been single for a long time.
He turns around, and he's like, hello, Miss Heslaw. And I was like, dude, you remember my name. Like, it's not an easy name to remember, and you're doing an awesome job.
So she comes in and she's like, oh, blah, blah, blah.
He's like, guess what? I don't have a girlfriend. Now, I'm like, and I'm saying, like, hey, that's cool, but in my head, I'm like, I still have that boyfriend. So it's kind of, okay, a little weird, but I didn't actually say that, so I'm just like all excited. Wow, you don't have this girlfriend that I know you didn't like for a long time. Okay, that's awesome. So, you know, I didn't realize it was his birthday.
Intermission comes along in the game. She disappears. Boom, gone. Fart in the car. Like, you know, it's like it's there, like she's there, makes a big presence, and then gone. I'm like, well, that sucks. I was gonna try to, like, you know, get her number or something.
So I go home, like during the intermission, he didn't see me leave. I go home, I get a balloon in the car, and I bring it back, and I'm like, happy birthday! And, you know, he was all excited. He calls me his most favorite birthday present to this day. Okay, life is good.
And then she just, like, you know, but then she comes back, and she has, like, a little card and a balloon and all this kind of stuff. We wind up doing this thing, so it's like, okay, you could, like, you know, you come, like, you know, like, you do whatever, like, sorry, backing up. Durr!
Alright.
And
In the interest of time, would you like me to help you out?
in the interest of time,
Okay.
I still have to do this
Here.
myself.
You can do it, but I'll be here to help speed you along a little bit, okay?
So at this point, she let's go. So she has brought me in a card, and she's brought me in a little balloon. She said,
You're
"Happy
still on the
birthday."
happy birthday story?
I am still on the happy birthday story.
I've been over there cleaning up, and it's been an hour and a half at least.
The
Right.
story must be told in detail.
Let me just summarize the story.
Turn the page back, you.
It's scripted? You're actually... I thought you were just recalling this from memory. No, we've got cue cards. Holy ballsack. With pictures and everything. And you look like that guy from Garfield.
I am that guy. I'm John Arbuckle.
John Arbuckle, that's who you look like.
Okay, some of you are gonna actually see this thing.
We fell in love over a plate of lasagna.
And look, there's only two things you need to know. First off, we're in love and getting married, and second, she hates Mondays.
Apparently.
Okay.
I feel like I'm there. And I wish I was dead. Alright, continue.
Let me knock this thing out.
Okay. Knock it out! Oh my god, you're doing the opposite of knocking it out.
Okay, fine. Let me knock it in.
Oh, you know what? Quick, one take, we'll knock it right out.
Oh, I keep getting interrupted. Interrupted? I decide at this point, I'm getting your phone number, woman.
And, you know, that he's like, you know what? You gave me my number one, or you gave me your number once. I want it again.
Like, don't make no mistake about it. I'm getting your phone number. You will be mine.
Now, hesitation, absolutely. Because I'm like, this guy's not gonna call me, but you know what? Whatever. It's fine. So, I give him my number. Lo and behold, man texts me that night.
The two of us are gonna go out on a date. It's gonna be cool. I've been looking forward to this for like 2 years, give or take, and it's gonna happen.
I was so nervous to meet to hang out with the guy that I've had a crush on for a couple years, okay? A year and 8 months, technically. So, you know, I'm sweating, I'm hardly talking, he's like, you're being weird, and I'm like, oh, I know, okay? So lunch turned into dinner the following day, and that's when I'm like,
Okay, fine, like, yeah, I still have a boyfriend, so I still say I want to spend time with you. We go out on a date.
he's like, you know, I probably shouldn't hang out with you again until you break up with him. And I'm like, give me 24 hours.
So she goes home, breaks up with her significant other.
And I call Chris back, I'm like, just so you know, I'm yours. Following day, we got together and we built forts, carved pumpkins, watched scary movies. That was our first official date together.
And then ever since then, we just started dating. And then I just, from day one, I was head over heels for the girl.
We have done nothing but have a fun and exciting life ever since. And so to anybody in the room, Give me a cheers, finding the love of my soul, and hoping you have yours or will find yours as well. Ooh. And refill. Oh, shoot.
My brother's a dickbag.
It took this long
So
to
quiet
get to,
you!
and then we started
Dude, I'm
dating?
trying to finish this.
Wait, you got to. Then we started dating just now?
Yes!
I've had a birthday since the last time you started this story, and now we've just started dating. I feel like there's a whole nother chapter. What about all the rest? What about all the fun times you had together? What about the ski trips? What about Quetico? What about all the time you spent moving
Read
in
the
together?
last card.
Because all I know is that this is only the beginning.